Hey guys, today we're watching more Casual Geographic, and at the time this goes live, it will be my birthday. So if you could also happy birthday in the comments, that would make me really happy. Okay, let's get into it.
Remember when I said I'd show a cactus my uvula before I go out into the ocean? Yeah, it was.
There is nothing in this world anyone can give me to make me do this. This to me is like the ultimate I'm tempting fate. I'm literally tempting fate here.
It was a
Bruh.
tough cactus.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck that with those monsters.
I went swimming with sharks to see them in person and instead almost saw Steve Irwin
Why?
turn into the goat. That aside, I'm gonna
Bro almost died. What is the point? What is the point? What is the... I know a lot of you have told me to watch this, and I'm gonna assume it's gonna be like the pigeon video where I come out of this actually respecting them, but so far, sharks, scary monsters.
sharks in this video, but before things get better, first they gotta get worse. So thalassophobic's warning, here's the part where it hurts.
Oh no, not thalassophobia. Oh god, that's horrifying. I know that's like a, what's it called, like a man-o-war or something. I know it's a jelly boy, but bro, that is an alien.
Honest question, has there ever been a horror movie about jellyfish? It's not like
No, but there should. There fucking should be. There fucking should be. They're aliens. They're weird. They're not okay.
flush a metric ton of source material. You're looking at, unironically, one of the worst sights in nature. A jellyfish bloom. It's a problem
it
for
is
many
a jellyfish.
reasons. One, it's basically a bath bomb from Shaitan, but also cause it's one of the last signs the ocean gives before it hits the point of no return.
That's real? They just like all like wash up into like a big like a layer. It's like the skin for
When a part of
bruh.
Neptune's neighborhood falls apart and can't support the animals in it, the last step usually involves getting gentrified by jellyfish, since the same conditions that are unlivable for most are usually where Satan's shopping bags thrive. And don't think because you're on land you're safe. Not only have these blooms caused legit power
Holy
outs,
shit.
but about half of the oxygen on Earth comes from the same phytoplankton these blooms eat. So why am I talking about jellyfish in a video that was supposed to be about...
Wait. Half of the oxygen in the world comes from the Soooo jellyfish eat. Isn't that a good thing that they wouldn't be eating them then? I'm confused. Did someone explain in the comments?
Sharks. Well, if you're scared of one, you should probably thank the other. Sharks are the ocean equalizer, keeping other animals in line from their spot at the top of the food web. Near the top.
Okay.
Basically, sharks eat the big fish that would eat the little fish that would eat the jellyfish polyps. The ocean is a Jenga tower, and sharks are the one block that can bring it all down. Now, it's not as simple as I just made it sound, where no...
Wait, so sharks are like the equalizer, I guess?
Sharks automatically means more ocean acne, but you really don't realize how fast the sea would fold without sharks. That is until you realize what their actual day looks like. Sharks aren't just the equalizer, they're the cleanup crew.
I literally called it. Like, word for word fucking called that.
Mostly going around picking off the dead and dying. You won't see them chasing around small fry that probably aren't even worth it. The same way you probably wouldn't drive 45 minutes for a bag of chips. I hope.
You misunderestimate how hungry I can get. When I get hungry, I'm diabetic, so when I get hungry, it's normally because my blood sugar is low and I need food. I will move mountains for food.
That's why, if you want to check your ego, swim in a shiver of sharks and watch how hard you get ignored like J-Lo.
I've only just fucking realized what this bro is doing. Are you insane? Guy has a death wish.
I was surrounded by Galapagos sharks, and the closest I got to becoming a hashtag was the ocean slamming me against the bars like I owed it something. It was like an MMA cage match with Mother Nature that got way too personal.
Holy shit.
I wonder why.
Holy shit, bro.
Sharks could not care less about me. They really do treat you like an NPC. I did learn that because sharks can detect electromagnetic fields, if you stick a GoPro deep enough, you can say you pooped a shark. Just know, that was the most action I got all day, and if more people realize...
Really? So, if I were to jump in the ocean where this guy was, and just like not even in a cage, just out like, you know, swimsuit, nothing else, I would be okay? As long as they didn't have like any like cuts or like any blood, right? I guess? Question mark? Or they weren't hungry?
That's how often they get snubbed by sharks even when they're right under us. You'd realize why you're statistically more
Bruh.
likely to get flattened by a vending machine, KO'd by a coconut, or even past tense while putting socks on, than get milked by a shark. It usually takes
Past
bad
tense while
R&D
putting
or
socks
simply
on.
adopting the silhouette of a seal.
Oh,
But why are
shit.
sharks so scary, actually? It sounds easy, it's a prehistoric predatory.
I'm sorry, let's just take a moment to like look at this objective monster here. We're just gonna take a moment to just breathe this in, just drink it in, just drink it in, guys, and then tell me sharks are cute. Okay? Because I know there's gonna be one of you that's like, oh, I find sharks cute. I want you to refer to this. Whenever you say that, think of this fucking Rory here.
Be with permateeth, but honestly, I think it's deeper than that. Sharks, snakes, and spiders. These are the arguably 3 most feared animals on Earth, and it's likely because we're hardwired to be afraid of them. Snakes are legless, cold-blooded reptiles that even monkeys will.
Sorry about that, guys. Add this thing real quick. Back. Okay, let's go.
Stones at. On the other end, spiders have too many eyes, too many legs, and show up too many times in people's business to ever get good graces. Meanwhile, sharks might just represent the fear of the unknown.
Oh, bro, that. Oh, did need that. Did not need that. Did not need that. Fuck.
The ocean is an endless, uncaring void that could wipe you out in seconds with nothing you could do about it. And projections are hell of a drug,
the ocean
since that
sucks.
fear often gets put on the apex predators of that void. But that's a problem right there. You hear sharks and instantly think of another Jaws movie. So maybe you should see the Shark's Den.
Okay. For a minute, I thought that was real. For a minute, I was like, wait, is that how big they can get? Wait, what? Newsflash, I've never seen, I don't know, I said newsflash. I've never said that in my life. Anyway, I've never seen Jaws. So for a split second, I was like, wait, is that real? And I was like, oh wait, no, obviously it's a movie.
Don't make the big screen. This is a zebra shark. It's a cinnamon roll of a fish that is somehow less of a threat than the trauma donkey it's named after. The zebra shark is the beginning of sharks.
Cinnamon roll of a fish is such an unusual term, but I'm kind of here for it.
Dog allegations, and arguably the most dangerous thing about them is their front face. If nature wanted me to take the thresher shark seriously, they shouldn't have given them such an unserious pair of eyes. It does not matter what the situation is, threshers will always look like they really need an adult. Now they do kill them by delivering soul-evicting slaps with that tail, but look at him. He's just a baby. I'm sure there's a lot of cool stuff about the salmon shark, but honestly,
gotta be real. That is one weird looking shark, but not in like a creepy way, in a it needs help kind of way. Like, yeah, I feel like that one needs an adult with them all.
All I can think of is that they're the baby Looney Tunes G-rated version of great whites.
Oh my god, they are!
No regard for the laws of nature, using special fins to literally walk on land. And when sharks wake up with student loans, taxes, and only 2 weeks vacation, it's all gonna get traced back to him. This is a spinner shark, even though it's hunting. I can't not laugh at how unserious this is. The nervous shark is literally named after how terrified they are of anything human. And whale sharks are unbelievably wholesome for a bus-sized fish with teeth in its eyes.
Okay, no, I've seen these. These ones are actually kind of cool. I didn't realize it was a shark though. I thought it was just a big fish. Like, to me, if you're not like a whale or squid, you're just a big fish. There's no like in between in my eyes.
Speaking of whale sharks, you got other plus-size filter feeders like the basking shark. They're about 30 feet long, the second biggest shark,
that's horrifying.
And they're really only a threat to your mental health, especially since a lot
of
horrifying. Panic can get traced back to a dead baskie. Then there's the megamouth shark, which honestly probably would be scary if you didn't know it's also a giant krill-eating pushover that lives in the forgotten corners of the ocean. Then you got the sharks you forget.
Even a dead thing, even though it's not alive and like taxidermied, I would not go near it. You know when you have like that voice in your head that like is gonna bite, even though it's like not real or it's like dead and it can't, you still got that, it's gonna bite. If I like stick my head in, it'll bite.
Sharks. Imagine you're at the shore and someone screams shark. Whole time they're pressed over a tasseled wabagong, a type of carpet shark that takes its name literally by living its life as a homicidal rug. Here you have the smallest shark in the world, the lantern shark. There's the sawfish that... oh, really? Okay, well, apparently it's not actually a shark, it's a ray related to a shark.
I'm sorry, what? A ray? So a stingray related to a shark? I thought this was in the same, like, think it's like a hammerhead shark, right? Are they the same thing, or am I just being like incredibly speciesist right now?
But don't worry, because this is an actual saw shark, because you know the riddle at this point is
Oh?
conducive to the same traits as convergent evolution. And you can't forget nurse sharks being so unproblematic and curious around people, scientists called it the Labrador of the sea. And I'm glad they did, because now we get to go down the rabbit hole of sharks
no
being
way.
dogs and cats at the same time. The poor beagle is a shark named after a porpoise and a beagle. Yeah, I don't get it either, but we'll get back to it.
Okay.
Dogfish were named after fishermen apparently watching them chase smaller prey in packs, like dogs.
Okay, but it's not a shark though, is it? They said a dog. It's called a dog's fish, not dog shark.
But some dogfish are also cat sharks, and they got their name.
Oh my fucking god, bro's breaking my mind. What is this? Can we not call sea creatures land animals, please? Oh, not name them after land animals. It gets very confusing.
The vertical feline-coated eyes, like the small spotted cat
Okay, I
shark,
can see
is
that.
also at the same time called the lesser spotted dogfish. Google says there's over 150 species of cat
Oh my
sharks.
fucking. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna actually lose my fucking mind here. Could we start with the names? These names, I'm already confused. I'm already completely lost. Chat in the comments, help me out. I'm so lost here.
Including the chain cat shark, or chain dogfish, because of course, their biggest flex is they can glow green through biofluorescence.
Oh, that's such a cool spark.
It turns out over 50 species of sharks like kitefin and swell sharks can light up. That's about 10% of all sharks, and some actually use a light to hide. That might sound confusing, but if you're a predator in the crotch of the ocean, all you have to do is look up, and anything that looks like a shadow against the light of the sky is probably your next victim. How?
Oh, so if they emit light, then it masks that, and they don't make a shadow.
However,
Okay.
if you can take a cue from a lightsaber, you can blend into the skylight and basically disappear.
Yeah.
In fact, counter shading is a concept most sharks borrow from.
Wait, is that okay? Is that why they have a white underbelly? I always wondered why sharks have like a white underbelly. Is it because like they don't get seen as easy then compared? I never thought about that, but it's 100% true. Like, fish spend a lot of time looking up. I'm sorry. I literally that just clicks. That literally just clicked in my mind.
If you're above them, then the darker roof blends into the dark of the abyss. But if you're under them, the light underbelly matches the sunlight hitting the water. And when you think about it, a lot of animals use this strat to avoid problems. But some take
Oh my god, yeah! Oh my god, bro! I never in a million years thought that. I never in a million years thought that. That is so clever.
Further, scalloped hammerheads are scientifically proven to tan themselves if they sit in shallow, sun-exposed water. Some say recruiting melanin is nature's way of keeping them from getting eaten by their own kind, by making it easier for the smaller babies to hide. We got a little.
I love how they were just fucking handling those little dudes. Like, so easily, like it's nothing. Like that, they just got one in each hand. There's literally nothing. Yeah, it's a sentient living creature begging for life.
Smaller babies to hide. We got a little off track, I want to apologize for it, but the point is, if you're still afraid of sharks, then maybe you should subvert your expectations.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys. It's working. It's slowly working. When I thought of sharks originally, I thought of, big white sharks that eat people and bite people. I didn't realize, just like with pigeons, well, pigeons aren't really that diverse, but I didn't realize sharks are that diverse and different temperaments, okay? I was wrong. Occasionally,
Especially
I'm wrong.
Since some sharks aren't even full-time predators. The bonnet-head shark is like a hammerhead with performance anxiety. It's also an omnivore that eats seagrass, and in experiments, 60% of its diet included the green stuff. Whale sharks are also partly grass-fueled, and a study from Forbes found that half of what goes through
Those things freak me out so much. I can't be alone, bro. I can't be alone, right? This is freakish. If I saw this IRL in the water with me, I would freak the fuck out. I know it wouldn't intentionally hurt me, I would be nothing to it, but just being around this monster would freak me out. Just because of splashback damage, maybe it opens its mouth and I get sucked at. Brah.
Forbes found that half of what goes through them are plants like algae and sargassum. Okay, so maybe you're still afraid of sharks. Maybe it helps.
A little, yeah.
What are sharks afraid of? There's only one thing that can.
Don't you dare say people. If you say people, I'm calling Cap.
The star of Jaws packing, and you already know it's orcas. Killer whales are known to mutilate great whites with their livers, and often that's all they take.
Just their livers?
The sharks have been so beaten
Bro.
down that Monterey-based scientists found that great whites off Farallon Islands will abandon their favorite hunting grounds for up to a year if they run into the assault cetacean once. Researchers have even
What the
started playing the
fuck?
sounds of orcas on loop to keep sharks away from beaches. And imagine minding your own business
Oh,
and a
okay, that's
hairless
kind
iPhone
of.
monkey plays your ops anthem. I wouldn't call it
What's
fear, but
iPhone
both
monkey?
dolphins and sea lions have been known to bully great whites by abusing the always superior power of friendship. Okay, now I just feel bad for them. Bull sharks are
Nah, I don't. I like these overshots that aren't aggressive and aren't, you know, killers. Well, I mean, some of them are. I like the nice sharkies, but the big bad boy ones, nah, I'm still not a fan. Still scared
honestly
of
the
them.
closest thing to the stereotype, and they have about the highest testosterone levels of any animal. Yeah, even more than a down bad
Whoa.
elephant. And even the bull shark has fear.
Damn, I know some men in my life that would want that. Like, unironically, they'd want that with testosterone.
And its biggest are crocs. They often frequent the same waters, and the rageaholic of sharks gets a severe attitude adjustment just by smelling them. They've also gotten sent
Seriously?
packing by hippos. But by far, the strangest thing sharks are afraid of, yeah, I'm not even kidding. There is a very real
Wow. I mean, okay, justified. That is kind of like a normal thing to be afraid of. Not gonna lie, that's kind
rabbit
of
hole, the
based.
most notorious underwater predators getting pressed by some bubbles, with hammerheads and tiger sharks
Wait,
reportedly
bubbles?
really uncomfortable with the bubbles from scuba tanks, and scientists even working on
I'm sorry, bubbles? Bubbles. These killers are scared of bubbles. Oh my
making
god.
bubble curtains to use as a type of bug spray, but for sharks. Which was funny until I realized dolphins probably just have them that messed up. If you want the definition of irony, it's spending 400 million plus years predator maxing just to get stressed by a SpongeBob scene transition. So play some orca opera and keep sharks away. With a long playlist and you might just bring sharks to you. Sharks are attracted to heavy death metal music because apparently the vibration
Let's go. Maybe not heavy death metal, but heavy metal. Heavy metal's like my favorite kind of music.
and beats sound just like struggling or injured fish. Remember, sharks are like the more
shit.
and dive operators like Matt Waller will use music as a Batman symbol to attract sharks. Their favorites? According to him, AC/DC, You Shook Me All Night Long,
Based.
and Back in Black
Based.
are the best at getting their
Based.
attention. So are certain colors, because for a while it was widely believed that the single worst color to wear if you're afraid of sharks
Black.
is yellow. Matter of fact, it was
Oh.
nicknamed Yum Yum Yellow for how
Freeze frame, I've just paused that on. Holy shit, never wanted to see this far into a fucking shark's mouth. Holy. But yellow? Really? Is it because like really bright and vibrant? Or like, is it a fish that it likes that's
Learning
yellow?
can turn you into a literal snack. The truth is, sharks are likely
Oh my god, it's
colorblind,
actually in
with
its
only
mouth.
one color cone in their eye to R3, meaning they see the world in black
Oh.
and white and shades of gray.
Wait, isn't that like doggos? I'm pretty sure doggos only see the world in like black and white,
Now
right?
what they can see is contrast, and anything that stands out against the ocean blue immediately gets their attention.
okay.
Now let me ask you a question. You think sharks get silly? Like you think
No.
in 400 million years of being alive, they figured out how to have fun? Well, remember the poor
No.
beagle? Scientists peeped that the shark named after a dog will roll around in kelp, toss it around like a football, and even take turns chasing each other. Gray reef sharks
The
sink
fuck?
if they don't swim.
They
so
play?
they'll often swim against current updrafts in order to surf and basically take a break from the whole just keep swimming thing. But what's crazy is they have a
Oh.
conveyor belt system where once one shark reaches the end of the line, it'll let the current carry it back to where it started. You could say it's just them saving energy, but
Excuse me?
is that not the same energy as this? Sharks have been
That's
fighting
really
stereotypes like
clever.
a boxing match for years, and the closest thing to an uppercut they got is the fact that sharks have friends in 2023. Researchers
No,
found that
no. I thought they were like cold-blooded. I mean, they are cold-blooded, but you know what I mean, like cold-blooded, lone hunter, killer, evil creatures. Bro, I hate having my like world changed every night. Every night we watch one of these, my world changes. It shifts out from under me. The world I knew has been proven to be a lie.
two great whites, Simon and Jekyll, had traveled more than 4,000 miles together after being first tagged off the coast of
Bro, they're
Georgia in
homies.
2022. Eventually,
Oh,
ending
yeah,
up
they're
in the Gulf
homies,
of
they're
St.
homies.
Lawrence, just off New Brunswick, Canada. It shows you how
Oh,
little
shit.
we know about them, because a couple years ago, nobody would believe the final boss of sharks was down for a travel buddy. Shark scientist
I
Giannis
guess.
Papastamacciu linked up with researchers from the University of Hawaii, Exeter, and UC Santa Barbara to study
Hawaii.
reef sharks in the Palmyra Atoll to uncover the secret social circle of sharks. What they found was that these sharks have a literal social circle, with the same sharks hanging
Oh,
out
is this
together
Hollow
in the
Knight
morning,
music?
separating and going about their business during
Sorry, I know completely off topic, but like it was bugging me. So I thought, wait, I recognize this music from somewhere, but where? And now I got it. Hollow Knight, right?
the day, only to meet up again later. These shark groups even use the same part of the reef day after day like a high school lunch table, and these friend groups lasted the entire 4-year study. And it's not just reef sharks. By night, nurse sharks hunt alone, but during the day, they join cuddle parties of up to 40 in order to save energy. It must work, because white tips also power nap as a stack pack. Sand tigers are like sea coyotes, where they're fusion fishing. They have a close network of sharks they associate with, and even sharks they'll meet up with multiple times a year. Scientists now believe that if a shark has their version of a best friend, it's usually someone that's roughly the same size, the same sex, and about the same age, which would explain Simon and Jekyll. But now the real question is, can sharks form bonds with people? And the answer, like everything else, is complicated. Lemon sharks are not only famous for having favorite divers, but for getting jealous and overprotective when they see that diver around others. If a nurse shark is a Labrador, the lemon shark's a golden retriever with gills. Here's my thing now, sharks will form partnerships with other fish like remoras and pilotfish where they'll pick parasites off the sharks.
I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. I'm literally having my mind blown, so I apologize for not saying much. But I'm genuinely just being like blown away after like blown away after like blown away. They have friends? Excuse me? What? I should just stop fighting it at this point and just accept that I'm wrong on this kind of thing.
Lemon guppy treating a person like any other cleaning service. Funny thing about pilotfish, sailors who saw them would swear they and sharks would act like close friends, and there's even stories of pilotfish chasing ships for weeks after they caught one of their sharks, apparently seeming distressed and anxious without him. And you probably wouldn't believe that if something like that didn't happen with a person. In 2001, shark conservationist Jim Abernathy removed a hook from the mouth of a tiger shark named Emma. 20 years and several more hooks later, and Jim and Emma might as well be a married couple, with Emma still recognizing and rushing up to Jim even after up to a year apart. And we're not talking about
that's actually kind of cute.
That's a 14-foot garbage disposal with the personality of a lapdog. We don't know for sure.
That's kind of cute, I have to admit.
It honestly wouldn't be a surprise, since sharks are intelligent enough to be trained like dogs. Eugenie Clark was an ichthyologist
oh my fucking god,
who taught lemon sharks how to push a target and ring a bell for food, and they even learned how to tell apart different shapes and colors. Some aquariums in the UK train sharks to roll over and respond to signals and commands the same way Pavlov conditioned dogs. And gray bamboo sharks also figured out how to tell apart different shapes, even when researchers tried tripping them up with optical illusions. And even after 50 weeks, they still remembered their training. But really shouldn't be a surprise.
Holy shit! No, I am surprised, and we shouldn't be surprised. No, I am having my world shaken every single video, bro. This has to stop. I need a break. I need a break from all the animals. I need a break from having my world shattered every single time we watch a video.
Saturn was bumping Beyonce and praying on a ring. Sharks are no dummies. You gotta respect that. They might be the biggest flex nature ever made. Sharks can literally track your heartbeat.
I remember that freaking jaw one.
They have a built-in GPS. They have replaceable fluoride-coated teeth that can't get cavities. Some, like the Greenland shark, can live for a legit hundreds of years. You can find sharks at the very bottom of the ocean, under an active volcano, and even swimming in River Thames. And I honestly don't know.
No, don't tell me that. I live nowhere near London, thank God. But fucking no. No, not in UK waters, please.
Really, the only weakness sharks have is they can be put in a trance-like paralysis just by getting rotated.
Oh, you can rotate it. I saw that.
By pressing down on the snout, but sharks can induce it in some painfully awkward situations. Humans usually only put sharks on standby to study and tag them. Meanwhile, orcas do it to steal their organs like a black market merchant. But this time, I'm not going to call them an oppressive Oreo, because we do something way worse. Shark finning is the practice of cutting off the fins and tossing them down the shark back into the sea, where they're
yeah, this is fucked. This is fucked. I know about that. I know about that. It's the fucking sharks in soup, right? Yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. If you're gonna do it, well, in the first place, fucking don't, because it's deplorable. But like the people that do it, I'd rather them just use the whole shark and use it for food rather than just one little bit, one little tiny bit. Either way, I know it's I know it's illegal and it should
Your only
be,
options
but
is
like,
slowly
bruh.
drown or bleed to death. Depending on the shark,
Yeah,
that
it's
can take an
fucked.
excruciating 2 hours. And this is a fate that follows not hundreds, but up to 100 million sharks a year. All for something
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay called mid. At the end of the day, we gaslit sharks like no animal has ever seen. We put up every World War combined numbers on them every trip around the sun. Meanwhile, sharks might get 10 on a trip. In fact, you can argue that for all the shark slander, humans have the highest KD
Oh
ratio
my god, that's
against them.
high.
No other wild animal gets done this dirty. Moral of the story? You know it's bad when the author of Jaws, Peter Benchley, would go on to regret writing it and dedicate the rest of his life to shark conservation. But yeah, that's
Wait, really? I have no idea. Like I said, I've never watched Jaws book, but
gonna do it for
bro.
this video. I hope you had as much fun as I did. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, I'm gonna be posting the full GoPro footage of me swimming with sharks. Nothing too crazy. But other than that,
I'm
make sure
good.
you drink water, hug your mother.
I'm good.
R.I.P. Peter Benchley, R.I.P. Eugenie, and yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.
Bye. You guys have gotta stop doing this. You've gotta stop telling me to watch these videos and then proceed to watch me just like dissolve, like my world not flashing before my eyes, but like being ripped out from under me. Bro, my god, my god. Well, that was good. I'm like with the pigeons, I guess. I guess sharks aren't so bad after all. Different kinds. Great whites, I'm still not fucking with. I still ain't going near, but the nice ones, I will consider. I will consider. I say that like I'm gonna go in the water and go find some. Bruh. Anyway, I need to get ready and go prepare for my birthday, so I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys!